Happy Halloween, folks. In today's episode of Budgetography, I've gotten in a bargain holy trinity of lenses and a couple of really cool outfits. We're going to hit the streets of New York and show you how to create some cool Halloween-themed portraits. Drama. Okay, folks, so as I said, we're using a budget holy trinity this week. You probably saw recently I got in a new Sir Click-a-Lot from KH camera, the D700. Bargain system, great for portraits. But today, I've got something I think even more exciting. Do you want to, let's pop that down.
This is the Holy Trinity?
Essentially, yes. So my first ever breakout video was doing a video on what I called the Holy Trinity at the time. Now by the Holy Trinity, I mean the 14 to 24, 24 to 70, and 70 to 200 f2.8 primes. These are a professional powerhouse trio that really do cover most applications. Of course, Canon and Sony have their own variants as well. But being professional tools, they come at a high price. This trio costs around $6,000 US new, but on KEH camera, I was able to get all three of these for less than the price of just the latest generation 70 to 200. They're all in really nice condition, and we're really gonna put them through their paces today, all the way from 14mm through to 200. Okay, so these are our budget holy trinity for today's shoot. We're gonna have two different outfits for Steph, the three different lenses, a couple of different lighting options. Check out KEH, they have over 50,000 things in their inventory. It's always updating. And best of all, they give a 180-day warranty on everything they sell. So, let's put this away and get into the outfits.
Oh, actually, I have a surprise.
You brought one?
Yeah?
Okay.
Well, for you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
You'll wear it? You promise? Don't cut this out.
I have to promise before seeing it?
Yes.
I trust you, sure.
I got it. Don't worry. I want to be
Wait,
Batman.
What am I looking? It's not a bat. That's
It's a bat.
That's a pug.
It's
It's a pug. Oh, it's got pug with teeth. Oh, Batman.
yeah, Batman.
Okay.
She's not gonna wear it.
I'm gonna wear it. I don't.
You promised.
Why does he have a bow tie?
Oh, I don't know. He's a classy.
So I'm wearing a onesie, but I'm more dressed up than usual.
Oh, there's not even a button for it. Oh well. Yeah.
You are a martial arts star, and you're a bit of a comic book, video gamey, whatever-y nerd. So this is the Lilu outfit from Fifth Element, and I have no idea. I think they're legs.
I mean, at least I've
Legs.
seen the movie. Maybe I can look at it for reference.
Surprisingly, the outfit actually wasn't too difficult to get into. We took a couple of quick little test shots before getting out the wig.
Oh, I caught it. I can't catch.
Allow a little bit of extra time if you are wearing a wig. If it's anything like our set, everyone wants to try it on and it takes a fair bit of time. Seriously, out of 10. So we just ran through a couple of different backlit situations here in studio while Steph got into character. I actually liked removing the soft boxes using the bare light, getting it nice and hard, and then by adjusting the angle, we got some really interesting flare through the shot. Then we headed out onto the street. Okay, so for the next two shots, we've come out to just a normal street in Brooklyn. There's some scaffolding here. It's actually full of cars and crap everywhere. I kind of forgot what I was wearing. But with a long lens going low to the ground, I'll be able to isolate the background so we just get Steph and it looks like she's up somewhere high. To make sure I'm killing the ambient, as you take your test shots, just make sure you also get some with the brightest part of the scene, so the direct sky, so that once you're down there, you know how that's gonna look as well. So we're looking fine here. So I'm thinking just a single hard light, her kind of, think an assassin on a rooftop in an anime. That's the kind of look we're going for on this scaffolding shot. She's so incognito. We changed the setup a few different times, but here you can see this is with no flash, and then this is once we blasted her with flash to bring her up, and it gives a really dramatic shot that's pretty much straight out of camera.
Okay.
We shot away, got some different variations, got some shots that we were liking the look of, and especially with the little hair flick, it was working nicely. We reviewed it as a team and decided that including the flare of the rear light actually worked really well.
Yeah.
So we got her to do a few more of those flick out poses to get the hair moving so we could include that light and wrap out this first location.
Yep. One more. Yep.
Okay, so this is a pier not far from the studio. It's got this, I never really knew why it's here, wrought iron bench that does nothing to protect you from the weather, but it's got a cool sci-fi kind of vibe. So I think some ultra wide angle shots here should add a little surreal element to it, which will fit well with the Fifth Element theme. So let's do it. Okay, let's start with the kneeling shot here. Keep your jacket on for now. Towards this light, so it'll be that knee bent, that leg straight. Now, we're inspired by some of the shots in the movie Fifth Element, and they often use that ultra-wide angle to exaggerate Leilu's arms and legs to give a kind of distorted effect that worked really well. So we kind of recreated that and tried to use the structure as a nice element to give it an industrial and sci-fi vibe. Next, we moved around to have her leaning off the back of the seat and again introducing some movement like we did on the scaffolding earlier. With me down low, it gives a really crazy perspective distortion, and then with her leaning out, we could get some movement in the hair. I don't know, in my mind it feels like it should look cool, but I'm not sure if this does. Yep. One more if you got it. Wait for the flash. Sorry, that was good. Ready when you are. Cool, rest. And that second shoot wraps up that first bad boy of an outfit. You earned that. You can keep that. That's in lieu of payment though.
Oh man.
Fun shoot. I kind of feel like we covered enough, hi Tyson, enough just there to finish the video, but we have a second outfit, that's what it's all about, so goodbye to the wig. Did you bring the weapons?
Yes, I did.
As hopefully you know, Steph and her friends have a martial arts and everything else channel, so they have all kinds of cool prop weapons. Grab them. By the power of Grayskull, I call you He-Man and Battle Cat. So we have a pair of sais, a pair of nunchucks, and a sword. I guess you know the outfit then. Killer Ninja! Yeah. And as an extra little mood-adding element, atmosphere in a can. And it doesn't smell. So the only thing is, you see here, we have all the windows shut, and it's already kind of gone. So where we're going to be shooting is outdoors, so we'll have to try and find a spot that's not too windy and have Shravya basically just, oh, it's still here, just holding down the button so we can have you emerging through the smoke as a ninja and all of the kicking. First up, Steph darkened up her eye makeup to go with the dark ninja kind of theme, got into the bodysuit, and then Shravya hoped to get into the rest of it, which was a bunch of sashes and leggings and hair ties and stuff to pull off the entire look. Then we jumped in an Uber, me still in my onesie, and headed into Tribeca district of Manhattan to this area that I knew had a really cool sky bridge that I wanted for the background. Thanks to traffic, we arrived just about 10 minutes before sunset, so we were really rushing to get the light set up and get some different sample shots. You can see just how quickly the daylight disappeared here. We were able to get some shots before the daylight disappeared, and then I used the slower shutter speed with the flash to be able to retain some of those lights in the background. This is nice. This ought to give us a hell of a ring light on the sword. Eyes back to me. Essentially, I wanted to see what the different modifiers and hard light did with the different weapons to try and get some, for example, some reflections up off the sword, and to just get the different poses working for this location. Then we introduced the atmosphere, and it was kind of difficult because it moved so quickly and it was hard to know where it was going to go. Whichever way the wind changed, it changed direction of the atmosphere as well. We went through several cans, but we did get some pretty cool shots. Next, we tried to introduce some of the dynamic stretched out poses like the Leilu ones earlier, but with the weapons in this theme being kind of a urban assassin. And I think these came up really, really nicely, here using the 24-70 and 14-24. Well, I tell you what, for a Batman and apparently a Mortal Kombat character, not a bad little shoot. All three lenses performing great. Hot tip if you're going to use the aerosol can, if you're doing it in an open air area, it just goes like nothing. But some fun shots. Let's go back and just to get a couple of last ones in the ninja costume. Now that we had all the different elements working, we just rounded out the shoot, introducing more movement, having her do some leaps and kicks, trying to bring it all together with the lighting setup we found was working and the atmosphere to bring together the whole final concept. Can really make an entrance in this outfit.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for this. And thank you for a great shoot. You must be exhausted though. We went through so many different poses.
Sore.
Good point, if you're shooting with a model in those kind of zany or stretched out poses, give them as many opportunities to rest as possible. As soon as you are checking settings or revising things, let them be at ease. Otherwise, they're gonna burn out after an hour or two. And big thanks to Stravia as well, she did so well. Now, our budget Holy Trinity really did the job. You know, as I said, we got all three of these used from KEH for the same price or less than buying the current generation 7200 new. And they really covered every situation that I needed to shoot in this. The breakdown was roughly even, a little bit more with the 70-200 than the 14-24. But for the super wide angle shots, it did it for us to be able to really isolate the background. The 70-200 was great. And the 24-70 is just so versatile. It's probably one of my most used focal lengths. So if you're shooting on a budget, do check out KEH. You get a 6-month warranty. All of these were working perfectly, optically great, and covered all of our needs. And we saved like 2/3 almost on the new price, which then we could put towards other shoots or going on trips or whatever. So leave us your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the shoot and picked up some cool tips there. We'll see you soon.